Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's video is inspired by this snowy weather. It is cold outside, but who cares? I'm still making a video outside, and I decided to make a turtleneck top, and it is also called high neck as well, or turtleneck you can call it. And I decided to add cuff sleeves, so it will be go exactly along with this winter weather. You can wear at work, or you can wear as you like. So before we dive into our video, I have a beginner sewing course, and I will add the link below. You can check, everything is in one place. So let's dive into our turtleneck top making step-by-step guidance. So I have found only 1 meters of fabric, and this is called Ponte Roma fabric, and this is still a lockdown in London, so I bought it online, this Ponte Roma fabric. So take a measuring tape, scissor, a piece of chalk, and get ready for cutting this top. So you can make a dress or top, whatever you like. It's totally depend how much fabric you got. So I'm going to use each part of this 1 meter fabric. So I decided to make a top, and I took my measurement. I'm taking 22 inches wide, so I will have a extra fabric, good amount for my bust measurement. Now cut the fabric according to your measurement, and after cutting the fabric, fold the fabric, and at this stage you can use your own top to take a measurement, or if you have a pattern paper you can use, and I am just showing you how I cut it. So separate these two pieces because this was folded edges I am using, so I'm separating them, and then I will start cutting the blouse measurement according to my measurement. So I am going to take a shoulder measurement 7 inches, and from the 7 inches I will mark, and using my chalk, then come down 7 inches, 7.5 inches I will come down, because I'm going to give a shoulder length as well, shoulder shape, because our shoulders, they are not straight, so we will be giving the shape for the shoulder. First I make the rectangle, and I am giving a slight curve shape. So after giving a slight curve shape, now half an inch from the top I am marking diagonally. So I'm using my French curve ruler to give a diagonal shape. So now I will start cutting. Now from the folded side I am taking 3.5 inches, and from the 3.5 inches I will go down just 1 inch down, because neckline we are not going to make deep, and I'm going to use my French curve ruler, and I will give slight curve 1 inches down and 3.5 inches wide. And at this stage you can check your neckline as well, and if you want a little bit bigger, this is totally up to you. According to your neck size you can check, but I am giving 3.5 inches wide and 1 inch deeper. So now I have a back and front pieces cut. They are separate. They are same at this stage. Now I'm going to give a shape for the side as well. I'm checking my bust measurement. According to my bust measurement, I will mark. I kept about 1 inch extra. So always from the shoulder come down 14 to 15 inches. At this measurement you will be giving shape to your waist. Now check your waist measurement. It should not be too big or too small, otherwise you cannot fit yourself in. And however, this fabric I'm using has a little stretch, but still it's good idea to keep a little bit loose, because I'm not using any zip. Now I have two separate pieces from one for the front and one for the back. For the front piece I will make neckline little deeper, but you don't have to, but I would like to give about half an inches deeper. You can keep it front and back separate, same size, and it is still fine if you can make little bit deeper front neckline, because the turtleneck is supposed to go close to the neck as much as possible. So now I am going to make the front sleeves, for a front armhole, about 1/2 inch deeper, because we have on the front we have a bust, and so for the bust, giving a good shape around the bust is good to give a little bit deeper shape. So that's what I am doing. So now leave these front and back pieces on the one side, and I will check like how I can use my rest of the fabric. So I'm going to cut a turtleneck line first. So you check how much turtleneck you want, how big you want. So I am taking 3 inches folded. So 3 inches folded means 6 inches wide long strip. So I'm just cutting 3 inches folded or 6 inches wide strip, and I will move this one aside as well at the moment, and I will see how much fabric I have got left. As I told you, I'm going to use each and every part of this fabric to make this top lovely as much as I can. So now I have a fabric for sleeves, and the top length is not long enough, so I will be adding some sort of addition at the end of this top as well. So now I am going to take sleeves. I want to make a cuff sleeves. So now I'm taking 9 inches wide fabric. So after taking 9 inches wide fabric, I still have a fabric left, so I can add cuffs, and I can add a small belt at the end of the top. So let's do it. So I'm cutting this 9 inches wide piece for the sleeve. Now I am separating these two pieces for our sleeves, and this fabric is a little bit thicker, so I will cut one sleeve at a time. So I want to add some pleats in it, or you can add gathering, it's totally up to you. And so I want to add cuff, and I want to want these sleeves to look little puffy. So I will be leaving, that's why I am using 9 inches wide fabric. So now I am going to use my French curve ruler to give a shape of this sleeve. I have done previous video for detail how to cut the sleeves. I will add the link below. I'm not going in detail in this video. I'm just going to do the sleeve, and after cutting one sleeve, I will pin it up so these pieces stay together, they do not move around. And after cutting one sleeve, I will use this as a template to cut another sleeve as well. And after cutting another sleeve, it is a good idea to mark the center. So now this is a fabric left from all fabric, so it is I think is enough for me to add the belt at the end of my top, so my top will be little longer as well. So now I folded it and cut it into pieces, two long strips I have. So this is I think 5 inches wide, so it will be 2.5 inches it will come. So that is a good enough width. So I will leave them aside at the moment. So now I will start stitching from the shoulders. So make sure right side facing each other, and stitch from the shoulders. So today I decided to make all tops through my serger. So you can, if you don't have a serger, doesn't matter, you can use your sewing machine, you can use zigzag stitch. But I am going to use my serger. I'm not going to take my sewing machine out today. I am being lazy, I'm just using a serger. So just cut the extra thread. So this is how it looks like. I have stitched the shoulders, and after stitching the shoulders, so now I am going to measure the fabric which require for the turtleneck length, total length. Remember the strip of the fabric which I cut in the beginning, and that is a 6 inches wide strip. So this is a fabric I require. Just measure from one stitching end to another one, so you know that how much we need. So total fabric we will require 10 inches, but it is totally up to you how much fabric you require and neckline you are using. So it is just an idea, so you can use this idea to make the top according to your measurement. So I still have fabric left which I am going to use for my cuff. Now this is a side I am going to stitch again. So it will be look like a tube. Now this is how it looks like. You can see one side is stitched and it will look like a tube. I will be folding it, and the folding like this is a right side facing toward me, and after folding I will be start attaching this tube like thing to my top where I have stitched these two shoulders together. So what I will do, so from the back side of this top, I will mark the center. So the neckline which has a stitched side which we have folded, you can see. Now this stitched side will be come at the back, the front will be plain. So now the mark we have made at the back, we will simply start sewing from that side. So this fold, this stitch side will be at the back. I am fixing with a pin, and then I will start sewing from that side, and right side facing each other, and then I will start sewing. And now start sewing and make sure you take off pins when it reach near the needle, otherwise your needle will break and you have to watch another video how to change the needle of the serger. So it's better to make sure keep taking pins out and make your life easy. Now I have stitched this neckline and top together. This is how it looks like, and I'm now going to sew the sides of this top. Now place the fabric somewhere smooth and then pin up the sides of this fabric so front and back side stay together, and the same on another side, and then start sewing the sides of this top. Now I started sewing the sides of this top and keep taking the pins off to avoid further hassle. So after sewing these sides, half of my top is done. Now I have stitched the sides of this top and I am checking my waist measurement. You check your waist measurement. So now I am going to use add the belt at the end of this fabric of this top, so my top will be a little longer. So I am using 5 inches wide and length according to your waist measurement. This will be the folded fabric and that is a 5 inches wide. So after fold it will be 2 inches, 2.5 inches. Now I am going to stitch the side just like I did previously. It make like a tube like thing again. So the joint, because the joint came at the back of this top, so at the base of the belt I am adding, I will be starting from the back as well. So any joints, they are coming at the back. Now in the same way, just like I added turtleneck, I am going to add a turtle base as well. So it will just like a tube, a folded tube. So I am going to start from the back of this top where our I mark the center. So now I am going to use my my pins and start fixing it from the back, and then I will start sewing in the same way as I stitch my neckline. So now I have stitched the base of this top. So we have basically conquered half of the battle now. So this only sleeves left. So let's start making the sleeves now. So now for making the sleeves, I have found the fabric which is enough for the cuff. So take the measurement of your sleeves. I took my measurement, that is a 3.5 inches. So I'm keeping half an inch extra so my sleeve can easily pass through. Now I'm separating these pieces, 2 pieces, and in the same way I added turtleneck, in the same way I'm going to add these cuffs. So first of all, I'm just making sure it passed through my hand easily. So I'm going to make a tube-like thing just like I did for the turtleneck and the turtle base. So I'm going to make turtle sleeves as well. So I have stitched these and I make 2 tube-like things. And then these 2 tubes, my arms can easily pass through. So I'm going to fold them and they are coming. I'm going to use them as my cuffs. So these are our two cuffs, and I'm just making sure they can easily pass through. So now I'm going to fix them with my sleeves. So now you can see there are extra fabric around the sleeve. So I'm going to add some gather. You can add gathers as well, but I am going to add some pleats. So first of all, I will stitch the sides of this sleeves. I have stitched them, and after stitching, now we are making some pleats around the cuffs. So make sure this center of the cuff, we will start making pleats from the center, and this pleat, one pleat facing each other. Basically, though, both pleats, make sure they're smiling each other like this. One is on the right side and one is facing toward the left side. They both are nice and happy and smiling each other. So another one as well, you can plait like this, the extra fabric. So when you run out of the fabric, then stop. So two pleats I can make on one side and two pleats I can make on another side. So they will be all facing each other, smiling each other, and they will look nice when I will stitch them. As you can see, now I will start sewing all around. Now I have stitched it all around. This is how it look like, and I'm going to turn it inside out, and this is how our sleeves looks like. These pleats you can see from the center, and all this stitching in a straight line. So it's quite nice stitching. So it is just a matter of spending time, and you will get a good outcome. Now both sleeves are ready, and now I'm going to attach them with my top. So in the same way, make sure that your stitching, they're facing each other. So I am turning the right side, I'm facing each other, and adding this sleeve inside, and I'm making sure the stitch side of the sleeve and stitch side of my top, they are in complete alignment with each other. And now I am making sure the center of the sleeve matching the top of the shoulder. And the extra fabric, how much extra fabric we have got left, I will be making pleats around the shoulder. So now I made one pleat facing toward the shoulder joint, and I pin it up, and in the same way I will be matching my fabric, and all the any extra fabric I will be folding it, make a small pleat around this and shoulder and facing toward the joint. So basically, again, these both pleats, they should be smiling on each other, both facing each other. They shouldn't be in opposite sides. So after stitching the shoulder, I am done. My top is ready. This is how it looks like. I am turning it inside out. So you see that if you know how to sew, so you can make a top or dress anytime. So just like I saw this lovely weather, so I inspired by this snow, and I make a top for you. So you, if you are interested in learning to sew, you can do so, and hope you enjoy this snow and my top turtle top making, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.